Hello, fine folk of the internet. It is I, back with another Minecraft video with shenanigans. Although this time I'm not actually going to be doing the hive. See, well, one, I ran out of trap ideas, but two, Cubecraft semi-recently released a game called Pillars of Fortune, which, as the name implies, is incredibly luck-based. I say semi-recently because in the month that I have not uploaded since my last video, uh, it it's been so long that the guys at Cubecraft have actually been able to update the game since its release. And they added a brand new beautifully crafted lobby called the Beta Games lobby. Essentially, this is where games that are currently in the beta stage of development are going to be housed until they release fully to the main server. And currently, this place houses Pillars of Fortune and room for two other games that will be coming sooner or later that have not been released yet. This video will be covering essentially um, how Pillars of Fortune works, and we'll also be featuring some general strategies as well as gameplay footage. So without further ado, let's hop right in. So you jump into the portal, and it takes you into the game. You spawn atop several bedrock pillars in a glass cage, or one of these very fancy 3D modeled cages, depending on your rank. And there are a variety of maps, not just this one. The map, the name of the map will appear in the little, what do you call it? The little bar on the right-hand side of the screen before you drop. Now, after the game begins, the name of the map will instead update to the time remaining before the game ends, and everyone alive automatically wins. Yeah. Oh, whoa. No. Okay. Yeah, the aim of the game is to... Rude. Okay, the aim of the game is to stay alive for as long as possible, and as with most games as with most PvP-esque games, try to be the last one standing. Every few seconds, you are given a brand new, completely random item. Ah, and you have to try to use these to survive and come out on top. These items can include blocks. Whoa. Ah! Ah, it's very bad. Oh, you'd better not. Okay. Yeah, these blocks, I mean, items, dang it, can include blocks, such as used for bridging from point A to point B. They can also include weapons, such as swords, axes, or other items that may not seem like weapons, such as the hoe or the shovel, but technically do more damage than just punching someone. They can also include armor, such as you see this guy wearing. They can include miscellaneous items, like buckets of water. They can include spawn eggs, such as the Vex, the shulker that the person killed me with, and spawn at the beginning of the game, and a whole lot more that I'm probably going to forget about. You can also find useless items, such as, polyamorous fruits in here that are purely there to waste your time, and you're also able to get projectiles, such as, snowballs, eggs. I'm not sure if those would be classified under weapons, but I'm just going to classify them under their own little title. The most important and useful item I think you can get, in my opinion, is it's the fishing rod, because you can, like, catch other players with it and murder them. Speaking of murdering players, that's the aim of this game. You have to kill everybody and try to be the last one standing, or when the time remaining runs out, then everyone still alive will be declared victorious. I'm not sure if you actually gain anything from being victorious, but I mean, hey, it doesn't matter if you gain anything. Who doesn't like winning? So, yeah. The different maps offer a whole bunch of different, you know, aims of the game and different strategies for winning. This one In the middle, generally a good strategy, is wait until you acquire a weapon via, whoa, acquire a weapon via the game's random giving you of items, and then jump down and stab everybody else to death. On the Nether themed map, generally what you want to do is it's just generally the same strategy, but the lava at the bottom of the map can be used. This map, Shorts, which is a new map, actually adds quite a bit of difficulty because there is no floor, and the pillars also, as the name of the map implies, incredibly short. So block clutching on the side is made that much harder. Maps that do have water you can usually jump down into the water and arrive safely, although I do not advise doing so at the beginning of the game, as that's where everyone will be, and especially if you don't have a weapon, it's a bad place to be. You can also get items like anvils, which, yes, classified under blocks, but you can drop them on people's heads and cause them to, get bonked. Yeah, I'm just trying to win here. Oh, yes, yeah. Basic strategy, no matter what map you're playing on, is generally to get to the high ground as quick as possible. If anyone has watched Star Wars, you're going to want to keep in mind Obi-Wan Kenobi's line from the Duel on Mustafar, where he yells, "It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground." That's going to be a piece of advice you're definitely going to want to keep in mind. The high ground allows you to drop down on players from the skies and knock them away, just like so. Although you're going to immediately want to regain the high ground immediately after you kill someone, because you do not want to be stuck on the ground level when everyone else is several meters above your position. Having the high ground also allows you to drop anvils or other gravity-affected blocks, such as powdered concrete or sand, onto other people's heads, and though only the anvil actually does damage, those other blocks can knock players off of their pillars because those new blocks now occupy that position, and you can hopefully score a kill that way, though you won't actually attain kill credits. Again, kill credit doesn't actually give you anything, it's just a little bragging rights, I suppose. Yeah. Apart from, weapons, armor, and most importantly, the fishing rod being incredibly useful items in this game, another thing you're going to want to get your hands on is a bucket of water like that, because buckets of water allow you to scale pillars without actually, needing more blocks, and because of those properties are incredibly useful for getting up to your opponent's level if your opponent has a high ground advantage. And another major benefits of the uh, bucket of water is that the water allows you gives you some place to fall back into if if you happen to miss your attack. For example, if your opponent knocks you back into the water, knocks you back off the pillar, then hey, you can land back in the water and hopefully remain among the land of the living. Give me a second, I've got to... Oh! Wow, okay. Yeah, as you can see, spawn eggs can be used aggressively, such as the Hoglin, the Warden is one that's used quite often to get rid of opponents for you if you don't have the materials needed to do it yourself, or just want to, be able to kill people without having to jump down and put yourself at a y-axis disadvantage. Oh yes, this reminds me, the birch log has given me the reminder that another incredibly useful item that you can get in this game is logs of any kind of wood, because you can craft them into planks and get 4 blocks instead of the 1 you would have normally gotten. It's important not to place these, um, you know, log blocks while you are bridging, because then you cannot get them back, and that's going to be very bad for you, and possibly very good for your opponents, depending on what your situation is. Yeah. Though blocks like the diamond block I just placed and the netherite block I got at the beginning of the video may seem very tempting, you're probably best off just using those as bridging. Oh, what the? Okay, give me a second. Okay. Yeah, you're probably best off using those just for bridging, as crafting tables are quite uncommon, and you're definitely not going to want to use your log blocks as no, I mean you're not going to want to use them to craft into a crafting table. That'd be a pretty terrible idea. Also, maps like this one, where the bottom is survivable and you do not die immediately, despite the fact that you can survive, you're going to want to still get back up to the top as quickly as possible, because staying down here, one, with the incredibly breakable uh, slime blocks is going to be pretty bad for you. And also, as I said earlier, people can spawn like wardens and stuff like that, and it's going to really, really harm your chances of remaining alive if there's a warden chasing you, or a ghast, or an ender dragon, because you can actually spawn ender dragons and withers. I have had many a game ended by one of those dastardly foes. So, yep, if you, oh yes, that ties into another point I wanted to make, where if you, yeah, if you happen to come across an ender dragon up on the top and you have a map like this one, despite my previous statements of wanting to stay atop at all costs, you're still going to want to jump down if you see an ender dragon, because I mean it's just common knowledge. Do not remain on the same plane as the ender dragon. This guy's about. Okay, just me and this guy. Oh god, he's got a bomb and a sword. Okay. Give me a second. I'm gonna stop commentating. Ah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, another reason why. I mean, not another reason. I already named it earlier, but just to drive home the point of not wanting to drop down, people might have weapons. You know. So yeah, that's basically for this game. Also, do not get misled by the brief moment of slow falling you were given at the beginning of the game. It does not last. Do not try to use that to float over to other people's items. And don't do what that guy just did. Do not place your, do not place your wood blocks. Oh, right. There's no land there. So let me just briefly check. Okay, video's been running on for 12 minutes. I think that's a good place to wrap this up. I think I'll just maybe play this game, and then I'll call it a day. I don't want to have the video run on too long, and I think I've done all the explaining I need. This is a good example of a great first block to get. Oh, that guy. Okay, that guy has a fishing rod, and you can really see why the fishing rod is so darn powerful, because you can reel in your opponents and have them flung off the map in no time at all, and it's very, very bad for your opponents and very, very good for you. So if you see an opponent with such a dangerous weapon, you're gonna want to build yourself a little setup like this, so you don't get, yeeted off the map. And kudos to that guy for killing the guy with the, the, what do you call it? The rod. This man killed me. I have a wither spawn egg, so I can spawn the wither. Oh. No, no, no. That's very, very bad. Okay. Fortunately for me, unfortunately for that guy, fishing rods do have a range. So if you can stay out of that range, that's in your best interest. If your opponent's got one of those. And if you do end up dying, but you have, you know, spawn eggs like the wither or the blaze or whatever, then you still want to spawn them on your way down just to cause a little bit of dying havoc. You're not going to want to spawn a wither while you're alive, because I mean it's just basic logic. Do not spawn a wither on yourself. You are going to die. So yeah, basic logic with sitting duck. That guy, that guy really wants my head. Okay. Oh, another thing. Dark oak hanging signs, or just hanging signs in general, can be used as a block. You can place them like this, and you can stand on them. They do extend forward a block. Oh, I just dropped a pufferfish. Do not do what I just did. If you get a pufferfish spawn egg, do not drop it. You're going to want to spawn that on somebody, because what the pufferfish spawn egg can do is, while like spawning a zombie on somebody is good, you have to wait for the zombie's AI to kick in, and wait for the zombie to actually go and attack. The pufferfish does automatic damage to everyone, anyone and everyone in its vicinity. So it's a great item for, it's a great mob to spawn on your opponents. Ah, I think what I want. See, and a dragon. Uh, jeez. No. Also no. Ah. Okay. The thing won, I think. I'm not sure who won that, but either way. Okay, with the conclusion of the game, that I suppose wraps up this video. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this brief little video about the Hive's game, Pillars of Fortune, and I'll see you the next time I upload a video. Bye.